Hello.
Hello, ITB family. Thank you for joining us today. Today is March 25th, 2025, and we are here today not with our usual scheduled program, but with a different program. Today, we're going to be talking with the team, meeting the team, and meeting ITB. and everybody involved in ITB. Pretty much the base core, the foundation of ITB. So let's go around and let's everybody introduce themselves. We're very well acquainted with each other, but some of you might not know who we all are. So and some of you know me, but here we got Miss Johnson and Miss Johnson, Sharnae Johnson as well. So I'm gonna let them introduce themselves so we can get the ball moving.
Hi, I'm Evelyn Johnson, and I'm the CEO of In the Beginning Incubator. I'm also the mom of Christian and Charnay, and this is a family business that we've been running for 3.5, going on 4 years now. So that's who I am, the CEO, and that's me.
Hey everybody, I'm Sharnae Johnson. I'm the COO of In the Beginning Incubator and Fun Company, and I'm glad to be on tonight. Thanks, Ms. Johnson and Christian.
So this is gonna be very laid back since we all know we all kind of have our own roles. So I'm gonna start off with Charnay and ask her, what's your role at ITB? What do you do at ITB?
I'm mostly operations and HR right now. I run payroll, I do invoicing. I help today actually I helped finish out an RFP. For those that do not know what that actually means, that's a contract for a company to be able to work in a certain establishment doing their services. And this was a cleaning company. So I finished up that. Ms. Johnson wrote it, and I was the last leg of that to get it delivered, signed, sealed, delivered, make sure that however the RFP wanted everything done, as in like, they needed 4 or 5 copies. So I finished that up today. So I'm just going off of today. But I definitely help our clients with a lot of their paperwork, their back end things like that, price list, estimate forms, contracts, things like helping them find insurance, helping them get set up with their payroll and some of their HR functions that they need in their business. And I oversee the mentors for In the Beginning as well. And I do a little bit of everything, but that mostly everything I do, I just name. I do
Yeah,
the events, that coordinate a lot of the events and things like that as well. And so yeah, I think that's about it.
yeah. Charnay is the chief operations officer, so she keeps us working very well and keeps the machine rolling. We had an event Saturday, and we were a little bit behind because Charnay had um, a emergency on Friday, so we kind of got thrown off, and I had to do some of the things that Charnay normally has under control and done, and it just kind of. We were probably 8 minutes late, but I think we made Charnay proud. Got everything organized and ready for it and set up. But yeah,
I heard the
it went
event went well,
one.
so
Yeah, when one piece of the puzzle is not working, it could be, a little bit of a delay, but we work really well together, understanding our independent roles.
I agree.
So Miss Johnson, what is your role as CEO? What are you responsible for?
My role is CEO. So from the beginning, I report to and from the executive board, report out to share with information to the advisory board. My job is to create documentation, to the legal documentation. Um, in this, I do a lot of legal writing and supportive writing and writing grants. I do a lot of the leadership also, and I basically do the vision of the organization, and trying to get it out and get folks working behind around the vision. and supporting the vision and how we can work together. So it's a lot. Just like Charnay said, it's not one single thing that I do. I do coaching. We all do coaching for our clients. We don't do so much with the mentoring. We do the actual coaching, business coaching, but we also we establish all of the criteria for business, our business process that we have. Charnay and I are still working through the policies of our operations manual. We have an operations manual for ITB, and we develop the policies and the practices, and implement them. And we record, she records a lot of information, and I oversee that process to make sure it's done. So, as the CEO, I wear a lot of different hats, which I'm supposed to wear, and I happily wear, and just kind of, again, leading the process. And as far as our clients are concerned, doing a lot of hand holding through their process of their development, and listening, and being available. For instance, today we had a guy to call, one of our clients to call, and just ask a simple question. I want to work on my pitch. Can y'all help me work on my pitch? I said, yeah, we can help you work. Do you have your pitch together? No, I just know I want to do a pitch. Okay. All right. So let's all right. We'll get you started with that process. So it's I wear a lot of hats, and I limit my availability to individuals a lot, primarily because just the overwhelmingness of the position, and the fact that I do still have MS, and I brought my family on to support me and helping me so that I don't overdo it in that space. So that's what I do. What about you, Mr. Christian?
So everybody on here knows that I've been I've been doing these webinars for some time. Probably started to be end of last year, beginning of this year, maybe doing the webinars. I'm the chief strategy officer, so I'm in charge of overall strategy for the business, like partner relations, um, and marketing services. So website design, logo creation, pretty much the whole nine, social media, meeting with new marketing companies, pretty much the whole nine. I don't really do a lot of document creations like Charnay and Evelyn does, but I definitely do a lot of work. I do a lot of work on graphic design and for flyers and brochures and things of that nature. So I do a lot of that, and I do a lot of, like I said, partnerships. Working with a lot of our partners. I work with AFP. I brought AFP on board, and Opus got with Opus and got them as a new partner. So I do a lot in ITB, and it's a lot of strategizing for the long term. So that's what my role mainly is. I stay in my lane. I try to stay in my lane as best as I can, because I really am not. I don't know what Charnay and Miss Johnson. I know what they do, but I don't know how they do what they do. I know some of the things that they do, like our emailing software. If Charnay wasn't able to do that, I could do that. Um, I'm sure I could easily pick up the new platform that we use for our client portal. I could easily probably pick that up as well. But I stick to the things that I stick to.
You do
And
IT too.
yeah, I do a little
He does
IT.
all that.
So Zoom, and that's what we had on Sunday at an event, and their Zoom wasn't working and the sound wasn't working, so I had to get up and help them with that. So I do a lot of pretty much online and work with technology and marketing and strategizing. That's what I mainly do.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
my next question is for for Miss Johnson. So tell us how this vision of ITB came to be and where it came from, and your tell us a little bit about your history in business and how you've just now how we're getting to ITB. So give us that backstory.
Well, I worked out of the house for a lot of years, and then for some reason I started getting really sick. Probably back in 2004, 2005 time when we moved into the new house, and it was unexplainable stuff, and it just kind of got really weird for me. But um, so I decided I would just work from home. I would work for myself, to keep my brain moving and keep occupied, and keep my brain going, to see what I could do, to try to build a business. I had ran a business prior to this, Virginia Parents Against Lead Poisoning, many, many, many years ago, back probably in the 90s almost, from 2000 maybe 1994, 95, 96, something like that. So I wasn't unfamiliar with business, but the type of process of business I wanted to do was more of a helpful place. So I initially started, I worked for Chesterfield County, um, and I did evening classes. I taught grant writing and business plan writing, how to do that for them for a few years until I think about 2008. And then a lot of things changed with that process. And so I left that process and started my own business because I felt like maybe I wasn't the greatest teacher, because I would teach my heart out in a probably 8 to 12 week class. And then they still would come back and say, yeah, but we want you to write it for us. And so I ended up starting to write grants and business plans and proposals for individuals, as a result, and started my own business. And that was all about your business. And probably, and I worked, did that from probably 2011 till around 2015, which is when I got diagnosed with MS, and things changed and how I did things. I was working on a big pitch, and I was getting ready to do a big pitch for um, uh, a for a budding business that I wanted to try to get up off the ground, and I wanted to pitch it, and I had the opportunity to pitch it in front of a nice committee of individuals. And the day before the pitch, it was my first time I had a seizure, and I ended up in the hospital for 4 days and missed the pitch and went through a little bit of a depression during that time. But after that, during COVID, we were all here, and Christian was home from school, and Charnay was working for the health department at that time. And I was already back to doing business plan writing and things of that nature. And I had gone on Channel 12, just offering my services to the community, um, and not real specific with how we were doing business the way we're doing it now. But I realized um, after being diagnosed with MS, I needed help to start the business and really run it, and to give people more options, because for every business plan that I did write, my mind was, well, I want to see how this business goes and gets and happens. And they could never get past, if I didn't do the business plan. If I did the business plan well, then now they had to go find somebody to do their website, and they had to find all these pieces. So that's how we brought the team together. I asked Charnay and Christian if you would give me 1 year of your life, after giving my life for you guys, to give me the opportunity and help me build this business. And my husband and everyone, we all pitched in, and that was the story 4 years ago. And so the reason why Charnay and Christian and I are doing what we're doing is because we needed to give businesses more options to grow out, literally and sincerely, and that's what we did.
I
So
know you might
Charlotte,
have
give
more
us a little bit.
questions,
Let,
Christian.
give us a background of your your background and your because you weren't always in business like myself. So give us a background of your history and how you have implemented your history into your role now at ITB.
Who,
I
Miss
think you're
Johnson?
talking because you heard
That
who,
question was
who,
for Charnay.
Oh, okay.
okay,
Because
good.
I
Okay,
was
good.
ready to say something that was off the questionnaire, just to let everyone know that follow ITB and that we are very serious about what we tell everybody. I will answer your question, but I just have to tell you this tidbit since Ms. Johnson was giving her background in business. And I guess this kind of is answering the questions for me as well. So I have always been in the medical field. I've only had jobs that I've actually gone to school for something. So I went to bartending school. I get jobs doing that and then medical. So I was in nursing and then I transitioned into pharmacy. So I'm a pharmacy technician still today. So I was working at VDH and I was a supervisor for the COVID department when COVID first hit. So I had about 7 interns under me and I was running the COVID department. So that was my real official role in leadership and actually having to be the boss to a certain extent. Like what I said, gold kind of in that department because I was the one that was pretty much doing all the work. So I set up the system of how we were distributing the vaccines and everything. I did all the paperwork. So that was my first official role, knowing being in that leadership role as in that point. And then I was able to, during all the time, I started my own business, Drinks by Charnay. So Drinks by Charnay was always just something I took up. I was like, oh, I think I could do it. So I did it. And I actually now am more taking it more serious because it's very lucrative and it's very enjoyable to be able to make all different types of drink, non-alcoholic and alcoholic drinks for people for private events. So that was I believe, my second biggest other leadership role because it's my business. So to wrap that, my leadership and what I've done previous before ITB, now that I'm at ITB, I'm doing still Drinks by Charnay. And I had an event and I was selling out and I was using Cash App. And if you come to ITB and you know us, you know our number one rule is to get off of Cash App. So I was not able to actually process all of my payments because I was using Cash App. So I believe what we tell people, of course, but until it actually happened to me and you actually see like, okay, you can't use Cash App. You have to have a real email address. These are the things that we preach every day, all day to our customers, to our business owners. You have to do stuff a certain way. It needs to look a certain way. So my leadership came from me working in different areas of the healthcare field and doing my own business with bartending. And now that I'm doing it more, I'm seeing that you cannot use Cash App. You have to do things a certain way. And it's just so funny that I work for ICB, but Ms. Johnson is the main person that is pushing and telling everybody, don't use Cash App, don't use Cash App. So it is good to see that what we are telling people is very true. So don't use Cash App, people, and get your business bank accounts and do things the right way because you will lose out on money if you're not paying attention and have your stuff set up. So now I'm happy to say I have a Square and I will be at the Arts Community Center on April 11th with by Drinks by Charnay. Thank you to ITB for helping me set up everything else I needed to set up business wise on the back end. And that's just the hand holding that we do. It's just so funny that I actually needed ITB for my own business, and even though I work for ITB. But that is just some of the things that we do for our clients. And it doesn't matter who you are. We're here to help. Christian helped me with getting the Square and things like that. And Ms. Johnson made sure that I actually, since we do it so much for everybody else, I did my own tax ID And I've done a lot of stuff by myself because I just know what to do because I've watched Miss Johnson do it for so long for so many people. So it was easier because I had a good model to get my things in order for my own personal business. But yeah, I know that was off, but it kind of still came back to who we are at ITB and what we do, and telling our clients to get their stuff in order. And we now personally for sure have lived this Cash App life. Don't do it. Even if it's a business Cash App, just get your stuff done, set up the right way with a business bank account, your professional email, and your professional website, which Christian will do. And just get your stuff done in order because it's less hassle. And again, you will not lose out on money if you do it right the first time.
That is a very
Yeah.
true story. That is a very true story. I was there. I was there to witness it. It was literally we were getting transactions like back to back to back, and it just said you've reached your limit.
Right.
So and I know I haven't seen that. I've heard of that happening to people before, and especially when you're getting a certain amount of like large payments coming in. Not saying
Yeah.
that they were large payments, but they were
Yeah, I
just
think it was
coming
just
in.
the
They were
recurring.
just coming back to
Yeah.
back to back, like you were actually running a business, and and that all is that's not you can't just use your regular cash app for that.
Right.
And so that is a spoken something that we say to everybody, to individuals who are in hair and in doing braiders, and individuals who sell retail items. Don't use Cash App because like Shania said, you're gonna lose money doing that. So it's not
Yeah.
beneficial. It's not beneficial to your business to run it that way. And you really want to have a different mindset when you have a business, because running it like it's a side hustle is not that's not really beneficial to you as a business owner or entrepreneur. You want to run it like it's a real business. So when we do
Right.
when we do go with Drinks by Shana, it's for real. We have the whole setup the same way we do it for anything, same way we do it for ITB, other than the Cash App. But now we have it right. Shana has a square, so it is definitely that is a true thing in reality, and that most business owners are not aware of when they're selling their products. Um, so I'm glad that Shani brought that up because that is a very valid point. So let's go on to the next question. So Ms. Johnson, my next question is for you. Uh, I want to talk about I want to talk about some future endeavors here that we have coming up soon within the next couple of months. We are growing and we are expanding into our a new space. So give us a little bit of insight into what individuals, and we're doing a lot. We had a lot of meetings today for marketing and expanding our marketing and doing different things that will help benefit us, but also benefit our incubators as well. So let our individuals know about the upcoming endeavors we had. I know David was on last week and he's mentioned the podcast. He dropped it before, you know, he dropped it before it's official, but he knows that we've done it in the past. But also, what can individuals look forward to in the space that we're moving to in the next few months?
Well, I also want to go back to what Charnay said because I thought that was so interesting that she could model and could speak to the ITB process of setting up a business because it's not that a, a lot of our clients come into our office and I can say we're going to do your business registration, but I make them sit there with me and I make them sit there either on Zoom or literally in the office. And we literally set up your business and pay your fees and everything to get everything set up. So that's more than likely how Charnay got that information because it's not that she creates these documents with me or anything. she's hearing, she's watching, she's seeing the process. So most of our clients, that's the level of hand holding that we do. So I'm pretty sure that Charnay figured out that process primarily from just watching the process, because we don't do everything for you, because I believe that if you should be able to understand the process of why you're doing this business and how to do the business and the why.
Yeah.
You may never have to do another tax ID number again, but we take time out to work with you to set up your tax ID number. When I don't want your social security number just to have it. I want it to be right there with you. We're typing it in, we're giving the information, and you're understanding. And at the end of that process, you get your documentation. So I just wanted to say that, because that's the hand holding process. You could have that done with Charnay, Christian, or myself. If Christian is working on your website, if Charnay's working trying to help you get some employees, or your employee handbook, we all work like that. You're sitting there with us. Like, okay, well, put this over here, change this, do this, and things of that nature. So just wanted to say that. But what's coming up is so much.
Don't tell all the events, because I want to tell some of them too.
I'm getting ready to tell only two or three. I
Okay,
know
well,
for
go
April.
ahead.
Look. I know for April. For April, at a minimum, we are now Kiva trustees, which means we can do Kiva loans, and we're going to be working with the Metropolitan Business League, because they're the hub. They're the main hub. So we don't do the loans ourselves. We prepare the process for you. We get the documentation. We help you get everything together and help you submit the loan. So that's what ITB does. And it's going to be a big help, because I know that this process can be daunting for individuals when they hear loan. But this isn't a traditional loan. This is that first piece of loan. Say your credit is not up to par. You don't even know anything about credit. You're just trying to get some money to help get your business started. And it could be from $1 to $15,000. And we can help you go for that amount. It is not a conventional loan, so you won't be going through a whole bunch of processes. And you don't have to qualify, pre-qualify, and a whole lot of, because it is a crowdfunding process. So in the process of you building your business, and building your circle of businesses and everything, individuals will be able to apply. You'll be able to apply for the loan, and individuals will be able to almost like donate to your business while you're doing it. But it's a for-profit business and or nonprofit business, and you can actually get that process going and get the money, and it will be a real loan. It's looked at as a real loan. So, and you have to pay it back just like a real loan. And a good thing about it is we have the highest rates of loan repayment, because once people know that you're doing what you're doing, they come out and they start supporting your business. Because if they give you $25, and let me just say this, if think about it this way, for $15,000, if 15,000 people gave $1, you made your money. The average person on this process gives about $25. So you're more than likely going to make your money and more to help you get your off the ground started. This is a process that we're working with Bridge in Virginia. We're walking through the same process. And once we hit certain spaces in this process, then we move on to, maybe we'll get a $50,000 loan, or maybe we'll do $100,000 loan. But we will also be in a different space for it. So this is a great opportunity, and I'm really proud that we were allowed to be a Kiva trustee. That's one thing, because you have to apply to even get into that space to be able to do it and to offer it. So that's one thing that we're going to be doing and pushing in April. Big thing. Another piece that we're doing, when we first started ITB, we had think tanks for all of the communities that we function and that we work with. And so this month, and going into the rest of the year, we will have another think tank, and we're starting off with our Return to Citizens think tank. And we want our returning citizens to come to the table and tell us what they need to do and what we need to do as an incubator to help them get their businesses started. And 3 years in, now we know the mistakes we made, how to change, tweak things, and move things around. So we want to bring it back to the table and have a conversation back with our returning citizens and see what we can do. And this Kiva process is a big place, a big opportunity for individuals that's returning citizens and people who are just, like I said, you may have had bad credit and things of that nature, and now you're trying to reestablish yourself. This is a simple way. It's not a real hard credit check or anything like that. They're not looking for those type of things. It is more character, and it is more who you can bring. And then once you get to a certain number with Kiva, and I'm changing that quite quickly. Once you get to a certain number with Kiva, then they open it up to their whole process of bringing you into this process. And so say they give you as a new business startup and things of that nature, they say, okay, well, you got to bring at least 40 people to the table that will contribute and that will support you. Okay, here go your 40. Then the next day you go to sleep and you wake up and now you got 2 million on your thing looking at it. Because once you hit that magic number, and it is a low number of getting supporters to support your business, then they open it up to the world. And then whoever's interested in that business concept that you have, they have the capacity to give into it. And the more, and people understand, even if, I want to just help a business. So this is the simplest way. This is an easy way for me to help a person build that business. And I'm saying all of that to say, same thing for return to citizens. It's hard. It's hard for them to get into this space. And so what better way than to use a system that doesn't require all of the nuances of a conventional loan to try to get your business started. So those are two things. Tomorrow we will be talking to Aaron with AFP, and our relationship with Aaron and AFP is very, very, very it's open, and we talk about everything. Even though I know that they're very political, I felt like a lot of companies don't know how to, when certain laws are being addressed and that could come against their businesses, they don't know how to go fight that. And so our relationship with AFP is so broad and so different. So another thing that we will be doing, and the next thing that we will next event that we'll be doing
Well,
will
hold
be
on,
in
Ms. Johnson,
May.
because we're actually having a Kiva informational session in April as well, and we're
Oh
having a
yeah,
think
forgot about
tank
that.
in
Yeah, yeah,
April.
yep.
So if she told a lot about the Kiva loan process, but we are having an actual in person session, so you could come to the office and learn everything that there is and have all the information about the Kiva loan. And then if you would like to move forward, then we'll help you with that process and move forward. And we're meeting with Erin tomorrow to get ready for May. We're going to have a woman business tea. You heard that correct. We're having a business tea. So it's going to be during the week, and will more information will be given out soon, but it's definitely going to be before Memorial Day break and the kids get out of school in May. But it's looking, we're going to have tea. So ladies, dress up in your pretty dresses and your hats and your gloves, and we're going to talk business, and we're going to have tea. We're going to have scones. We're going to have the little cucumber sandwiches. It's going to be great. We're going to talk about business. We're going to talk about what things affect business owners, and just let's just chop it up. Let's talk business and feel good and really have a network and have some community with the women of Richmond, Chesterfield, Henrico, Petersburg, everywhere. More information will be coming about that, but that is a big event for us in May, just because I get to dress up and wear a tee. That's why it's such a big event for me. But we will still again be having our information session for Kiva in April. We'll have our first think tank again in April. And I'm sending out emails every day. It's gonna be something different, but I know I'll be sending out the information for the think tank. These will be in person, and I believe we will be zooming them as well. And you have to sign up on the website. And Christian, if you were just paying attention, Christian just posted everything where everything is. The think tank is on our first page, so it's easy and accessible to get to book your spot. And even if you're not a returning citizen, if you just want to understand things they're going through, still come. You don't have to be a return. You can know somebody and you want to try to, well, let me see what this is about, and then I'll tell the person, or bring that person with you. It's the doors open of as always at ITB. So just make sure you sign up so we can know and get a head count of who wants to come. But that's coming up soon. And we're also in a big event at the convention center April 6th. It's a Black Beauty Expo, and we're of course going to be there. We have a table. We're booth 21, and we'll be there at the convention center, being ITB, of course. But again, that's another untapped market for us, people that are hairstylists, locticians. And in the state of Virginia, you don't have to have a license to be a loctician either. So that's just a FYI, or a braider. But you can't wash the hair before you can't wash their hair. You only can literally braid it, but I know people get around that. But there is laws about certain hair, doing certain hair methods on people in Virginia that you do not actually have to have license for. So if you are coming to this event, again, it's Sunday, April 6th from 10 to 6 p.m. We'll be there. We're booth 21. I'm sending out emails about that as we're counting down to that happens. And we're excited to be just out in the community. In the summer and the springtime, ICB is really outside. Seriously, we are trying to do and be around a lot of community so we can, talk to the community, see what they need, see what they're seeing, see what they're hearing. So this will be our opening of outsideness for ICB April 6th. And like I said, we're doing the business tea, we're doing a Kiva information session. As of right now, we're just up to May with events right now. So those
Yeah.
are our biggest events that we have going on for April and May. The think tank, the Kiva Information System session, excuse me. And then we do have an incubator meeting this Thursday for people that are actually a part of the incubator so far. We do have an incubator meeting this week as well, which you'll still get more information about all the things we talked about right now. So just stay on top of our emails. If you're not getting emails, my email is easy. It's Sharnay at inthebeginningcode.com. So, or my phone number. So you guys can call me, email me and say, hey, I'm not getting your emails. Please put me on your email list. Add you to our email list, of course. And the incubator meeting, you have to be a part of the incubator, which we also did now have 3 new packages for the incubator. So we have the essential plan, which is $45 a month, our growth plan, which is $80 a month, and our professional plan, which is $125. So a lot of people have been, the $80 is a hot spot for people. They like the $80. So we just have revamped and give you more options to, one, get your business in order, have access to ICB, but a lot more marketing now that we're offering with the subscriptions now. We do the client highlights on Tuesday, so that automatically comes with their packages for the 80 and the 125 now. Moving forward,
Mm-hmm.
the podcast is a part of that now for the 125. Essential is just your address and a phone number. And the growth, like I said, you get percentages off of our services. So we've revamped our $80 from the beginning of ICB to now. Some of the same stuff we were doing before, we've added a few more things. Like I said, a lot of more marketing for the growth and professional plan for ITB now. A lot more marketing because we're marketing us, and we're going to try to help you guys market your business as well. So that's on our website as well. You can literally sign up for that on the website, pay for it on the website. So if you're not looking at our website, go look at our website. Christian works super hard on the website all the time. So please go look at our website. Any questions, you could get to us, but go on the website. A lot of questions can be answered through the website. You can order your business plan on the website. You can order subscriptions on the website. I mean, everything is pretty much on our website. And if it's not, please bring it to our attention because, again, we are very transparent with everybody. We do not know everything. And if we don't see something, miss it, let me know. All of our subscriptions are monthly subscriptions. So when you set your account up, well, when you pay for it, you'll get emails from me and you'll get a part of our client portal, which is from HubFlow, and any transactions when it comes to paperwork or anything like that will be given to you through HubFlow. But I'm now it's a little bit more. But go on our website, everybody. Sign up for our subscriptions. Come to our events. The think tank, the Return Sentences think tank is this month. I believe it's April 17th. That's the Kiva. That's the Kiva information session. That's April 17th. And
Mhm.
Christian, just give me the date for the think tank again. But these are for
I
upcoming
think
events.
24th. I think it's 25th. April 25th.
Okay, so these are our newest events coming up in this month. And the business tea will be coming up as well. Like I said, it'll be Mother's Day in May. It'll be a little bit warmer. So, ladies, get pretty, get your hair done, put your hats on, get your gloves on, and let's talk business. Let's see what we need to do, how we need to get better. I think we will definitely be co-sponsoring this. Well, they'll be co-sponsoring with us. AFP, Erin, we love Erin. She'll be helping us with this event too and coming to the table and just bringing good ideas and good issues that we could possibly work on. And I would love to say as well, because we work with AFP, today the governor and yesterday the governor was vetoing. He was vetoing bills, but he actually did sign bills that me and Christian lobbied for. And it was certificate of public need. And this bill in particular helps companies, medical companies that want to start their own practice, be able to open them in different locales in Virginia. As of right now, VCU, HCA, Bon Secours,
Centera.
Centera, I
Hmm.
think they're under HCA. Those are the predominant big hospital systems in Richmond, in Virginia, period. And to open up a medical clinic or medical anything when it comes to a clinic that I would like to open up, I couldn't open that in Virginia because of the laws. So we actually were able to turn some Republicans and help them to see things from my side of the table. And they flipped and they voted for the bill. And we lobbied for this, me and Christian with AFP, where we had
Hey, Mr. Cliff.
incubators come to. Mr. Cliff, he came with us. So we lobbied for these bills and they were actually signed yet today. And it will be it's a new law that if you have the money and the resources, you can open up your own medical facility. And I'm not going to specify if this
If your locale is in support of the of that bill, it's up to the localities
right,
to allow for them to pretty much
Bring a facility.
repeal
Yeah.
COPN. So if you're
right.
in a county, in a smaller county like a rural county, and you have to travel outside of Virginia, the state of Virginia, or have to travel far away to get health care, then this is definitely something that you should bring up to your board of supervisors, and address this so that you can get health care closer and nearby to where you are, so you don't have to travel far or even travel out of state. We live in the United States of America. We're the richest country in the whole world, so there's no reason why people should have to travel out of their state to get health care.
And when we
So
mean, yeah, and when we
this
mean travel
bill,
out of your state, it's people that live in the 757 area in the rural parts of 757 that have to go to North Carolina to go to the doctors. And actually, one of the representatives that we were able to get them to turn their vote, he's one of them, and he's an actual representative. He helped pass this bill. That makes no
yeah,
sense. So,
it was in his committee, and he voted for it, and he was giving us a hard time, and this helps businesses. This is not, and we're a corporation ourselves, so this is not a fight against hospitals and large medical facilities. This is a for independent working facilities and individuals like my sister who want to help open up small clinics to help with maternal care and drug addiction. It's more for that, not for huge hospitals. Nobody, we don't want to challenge the huge.
We need those. We
We
still need
need
them.
those. Yeah, we need MCV. We need Boston. We still need those, but in the areas where you could have a something like a better med or uh, something smaller where you just need to get seen or get even just get an MRI or get an MRI. You don't have to go to the hospital because a lot of
Or
these
X-ray.
or X-ray. You could go to a smaller clinic. I go to a smaller clinic, but it's run through Bon Secours. So this is definitely it's in pharmacy in pharmacy as well. Pharmacy as well. So if you have a business idea as far as medical and you want to open up a small medical facility and you live in the state of Virginia, then please give us a call so we can get you in contact with your board of supervisors so that you can address this address this issue and get that in your county passed so that you can open up your healthcare facility.
Yep.
Do
So
y'all
my
see?
so we have
I hope
we got
everybody that's
we're
watching
running up on
actually.
time.
Oh, well, Christian, I just wanted to say, I just wanted you to see why these two are the two best people to be right here at the table with me because I'm listening. And when they're talking and they're in the room talking and they're engaging in things, I'm taking mental notes of what needs to be developed. So Christian will be talking about something or Sharnay will be talking about something. And we've already written two bills for this year for the next General Assembly and sending them into folks that are getting ready to hopefully patron these bills, and we're preparing. And as a matter of fact, we were talking to a young lady with another company, a corporation that pockets a lot deeper than ITB. And she said, "Well, how did y'all learn how to do the lobbying thing?" And I said, "Well, we called AFP and we asked them to teach anybody who wanted to learn how to lobby, how to tell your story, how what that process looks like." And we were the conduit for that. So, we're creative with how we work with our partners. And in April as well, we will be focusing on these Tuesdays will be a lot of our partners that we work with. I know Lizette Johnson will be on soon with Richmond Minority Development Corporation. She's going to be on. She's a big partner with us. We're going to have some folks from the Metropolitan Business League on. Some other people. We'll reach out to our partners at Credit Restoration, see if we can get them on here. We have some great partners, and we'll bring Aaron back on. But to just let you know, um, we're really transparent but we're really concrete with what how we work with people and how we effectively work with people to make sure that we're expanding and building out. And so because we're trying to build a coalition of individuals and businesses to make sure that we change the dynamic of how businesses are looked at, especially small businesses and minority owned business and underserved area businesses. And Charnay and Christian, I'm just listening to them as a mother, just as a mother. I just that was just it. I don't really have to talk when they're in the room because they really make sure ITB is sold. And yes, May, we are definitely, we're in the Regis space right now on the 10th floor. We have already pre-signed our paperwork. We will be moving to the 16th floor. We will still be in the Truist building, but we will be moving to the 16th floor. And one reason why we stayed in that building is because we have contracts with a company called Opus, which is another virtual office space. And we have clients with them. And we're the only Opus space in the city of Richmond. And anyone that calls in the Opus location in Florida and need a space or address in Virginia in this particular area in Richmond, they will be connected to us and they're sent to us and we automatically process everything and get them set up. So they usually have the 45 dollar packet, and they get their mail and everything. And if they need a phone, we can get that to them as well. However, that's why we chose to stay in the building. And again, we move into the second floor. So when you come in our building starting in May to visit us, you won't go to the second
The
elevators. You'll go
16th,
to the first
the
set of elevators
16th
and come
floor.
all the way up to the 16th floor. So
Right.
yes, we're growing, but I'm just trying to get us to the space of let's just get everything done by April, because we got a lot on our and we're building and building out and growing. So yeah, just want to share that.
So we got about
I'm
nine
done.
more minutes. We got about 9 more minutes. Did anybody
Oh,
want to
okay.
say anything important before we close out here? I know we have
Well,
a lot.
everything I
This,
just said was important.
I know anything else important that anybody wants to add
Do
in
we have any
or
questions?
no, I
Any
don't think
questions?
we haven't had any questions. We had one statement from Mr. Cliff. And one thing I'm gonna tell people before we head off here, please like and subscribe to our stuff. If you're not following our pages, our YouTube page, like and subscribe to our YouTube page if you
And
watch.
leave us reviews.
Yes, and please, and only if you leave a review, if you're gonna leave a 5-star review. If you're not gonna leave a 5-star review,
Don't leave a
don't
review.
leave a review. We only
If you
want
leave
five
us a
star reviews
review,
over
we'll
here.
come and we'll leave a review for you. And if you don't
Yes,
have your review set up, call Christian.
yes, and we will be leaving reviews for those individuals who leave
We're on a
reviews.
review. We
Yes,
are
we
on
have to
a
build up our
leaving
SEO.
review. What is it? Not a trial. We're going. It's a
Yelp. It's
It's
Yelp and
our
Google.
SEO. We're building up our search engine optimizers. So, uh, again, everything that we do it so that you all don't have to worry about
worry
it.
about it.
So
Exactly.
if you
Exactly.
help, if we do it first and we do something first, like if we work with a company first and we see that this company is good, then we'll get you in with that company. If we do use the software and we say this software is good or it's not good, then we won't even mention it. We won't suggest it. So, leave reviews. Please leave 5-star reviews on our Facebook page and on our on Google and Yelp. Please leave those reviews. If you cannot find any of our information, please go to our website. And our website is here. It's in the beginning co.com. In the beginning co.com. I'm going to present this website again so everybody can see it. I work really hard on this. So
Yes.
yes, this is the
Yes.
site. So please go to our site. If you need to find any of our contact information or any of our social media, you can just go to our homepage and scroll to the bottom. You'll see all of our Facebook page, our Instagram, our LinkedIn, our TikTok. We don't really post on there much, but as we are growing, we'll post more on there. Our X, we really do not use that at all because we're boycotting, well, at least I, as this chief strategy officer, not even as a chief strategy
I
officer
would say no. I think
publicly,
ITB is
not even
boycotting
publicly.
X
Yeah,
as a
we are
whole.
boycotting some certain things. So we have a X, but we don't use it. But if they have a change of ownership, we'll be on there. But Yelp and YouTube as well. Please go on our YouTube page and like and subscribe on our YouTube page. I know some of you
And watch
have
the
YouTube
videos.
and watch our videos. I know some of you have YouTube pages because I made y'all YouTube pages. So please go on our YouTube and subscribe right here and like. This is live right now. See, it's live right here. Go look at our videos. If you haven't watched our Langston video, that has a lot of views. Our views are getting up there. And another thing, and these all of our past live streams. So we're
Yeah,
posting
every
on here
webinar
constantly
that's on Facebook is goes right to the YouTube.
to
So if you've
YouTube as
missed any
well.
of the client highlights, if the any companies that were on the client highlights and you want to put that on your website, it's on our YouTube. We'll
And it
give it to
stays
you
on
if you give us
Facebook.
a Yelp review, and we'll send you the link of it if you give us a Yelp review and you subscribe to our YouTube.
Yes, this is we'll give you if you say do yours, we close right now. But this is our Yelp page as well. Please like and follow us on Yelp
And
and
that's where
leave a
you can
review
leave
on
your
our
review
Yelp
as
page.
well. And Yelp.
Yes, you can leave a review here on our Yelp page. and you could book a consultation through Yelp as well. So please go on all of our social media platforms. Please engage. That helps us in the algorithm. We are really pushing for that right now. We're really pushing for our search engine optimizers so that Google can suggest us higher. So when people are looking for business consulting services or any business services, we come up higher. So please give us a review on Facebook, give us and follow us on Instagram and LinkedIn, and follow us on subscribe to our YouTube page and like all of our things on YouTube. A lot of you will watch our stuff but will not engage. We need those engagements to come up. So please don't just stand idly by. And I like everybody's stuff as well. So if I see that you all are posting on your business pages, I will like it, I will reshare it, and I do that constantly. But you all do that for us as well. I think that is the best way for us to
For
continue
everybody to be
to
able to
build.
eat and make progress, everybody has to help everybody. So
Yeah. So please
we
follow
can't
us
be
and
selfish now.
subscribe
We already
to
got
our
a
YouTube.
lot
Our
going on in the world.
Yeah, please like and subscribe our YouTube page and leave a review, a 5-star review on Facebook, please. As soon as you have the opportunity, please do that. And like our Facebook page as well. So I think that's everything. I'm still at the office. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I want to go home. So is there any closeout for anybody that had anything else to say before we end the in the live stream?
Yes. Thank you all for watching. Come to all of our events. There might be food, there may not, but it will always be good conversation and community and network for you to have more knowledge on business, business laws, business, just everything business, family, God. Come to ITB. We're here, we're open. Since school will be ending in May for Julian, if everybody know Julian, our summer hours, we'll be posting those too. Our hours do change in the summer because it's summer. So that is another thing that we are going to be putting out there soon. I just thought about that because that does make a big difference for people, and everybody's kids are going to be out. So we do have summer hours. Those will be coming out, rolling out shortly too. But again, we'll be at the convention center April 6th. We have our returning citizens think tank. We have our Kiva information session all in April. Our incubator meeting is this Thursday. That's in March. But in April, it's the convention center for the beauty expo, the returning citizens think tank, the Kiva information session, and in May, we'll be having our business tea, ladies tea. Now, if you don't have to be a lady, but we will have the whole tea, everything set up. So I don't think
It's
the
for
guys will want
ladies.
to come.
It's like a Bridgerton style tea, ladies. So
Yes, it
please
is
bring,
Bridgerton style
please,
tea.
please come in your
Please come dressed and
dress to
ready to talk
impress
business
with
and
your
have a good.
church
Yes,
hats on,
yes, honey. What had is the hat it
and
has to cover your face, y'all. Okay,
yes,
y'all gotta get
and
real cute.
It's
your
gonna be at a
gloves
good
and
location, so I think
Yeah,
everybody
it's
will be
not gonna be
happy
at
with
the
the
office, but
location.
it will be during. It's not going to be at night, but it will be
It,
during the day. So like I said,
it won't
we're
be it
focused.
won't be at the office. It's not at the office.
No, it's not. It's
Just
not. We're
wait
just
and
going
hear.
to be talking about business.
Yeah,
yes,
it's not at the office.
it'll
It's going
be
to be at a nice location. I think everybody will be happy to support. So, um, I'm really proud of you guys, Charnay and Christian, for the work that you do, and for tonight and Christian organizing and getting me set up because I'm always slow with all this technology. But thank you so much. And at, I was looking at on our website and everyone that's a partner. And we use GoDaddy not because they're the best uh, website developer company, but they are the best website developer company for individuals that don't know anything about developing a website. And we want you to be able to purchase your website at a low price, get it set up, and then be able to manage it. So yeah, they're literally a partner with ITB. That's one of our corporate partners, And so everyone that you do see at the bottom, we really work with them, and that are
Yeah,
partners. I
they
just
are
want to shout out
real
our
official
members.
businesses. They are real
Yeah,
businesses that are doing
We gotta
business
put the Drinks by
that,
Charnay logo at
that
the
are
bottom
bringing
because
in
y'all work with me
revenue
too. I'm gonna sponsor one of y'all
just
events,
like
y'all.
ourselves. They are real live
okay.
businesses that are here locally and abroad that we work with that have chosen to work with ITB. So that is something that we could go, and we're always open to new partnerships. So if you have any suggestions for any new partners that could work with us, we are looking for partners in the field of returning citizens. We need a reliable partner for returning citizens, and we also I think that's the main, and individuals and indigenous Americans we're always trying to tap into, and the Hispanic community. We need partners in those areas to help so we
Individuals
can
with disability.
we have a lot
Yeah,
of we
we
have a
will
lot of
have more
partners.
think tanks going on.
Yeah, we have a lot of partners for individuals with disabilities. I think that's the group that we do the most work in because we got links in this week as well. So I think that's it. I think everybody is good with everything. So this is our website. Please go to our website and look up everything that we just talked about. Our information session for Kiva, our think tank for returning citizens. Go look at our business services and our social media platforms. Like, leave reviews, subscribe. Uh, and that is our website. If you want to give us a call, do not call after 5 o'clock. I will not answer the phone. I don't know. Some people like to call at like 8 o'clock. I don't know if we in different time zones, but if it's after 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 9 times out of 10, I won't answer. So just let y'all know. But you still give us a call during our business hours, which are 10 to 5. 804-468-8141. You can email Ms. Johnson at info@inthebeginningco.com. You can email Charnay at inthebeginningco.com. And you can email myself at christian@inthebeginningco.com. So if anybody has any services or needs any support, please don't hesitate to reach out. We are here to help, and we're here to help you grow your business. We are in the beginning birthing businesses. So thank you all for joining us tonight, and we are signing off.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
I'm back on the live.
Thank you for joining us for today's In the Beginning Incubator webinar. We hope you found inspiration, valuable insights, and practical strategies to apply to your own entrepreneurial journey. But the learning doesn't stop here. We invite you to join us again next Tuesday for another powerful session where we'll continue to spotlight incredible entrepreneurs and share knowledge that can help take your business to the next level. If you enjoyed today's webinar and found it valuable, don't keep it to yourself. Spread the word. Let others know what you learned and invite a friend, colleague, or fellow entrepreneur to join us next Tuesday. Once again, we appreciate you for being part of the In the Beginning Incubator community. Keep striving, keep growing, and we'll see you next Tuesday.